Period 3, 1754 to 1800. Period 3 begins at 1754, the beginning of the French and Indian War, and ends at 1800 with the election of the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, marking the first transition of power between political parties. Here's the period at a glance. The competition among the British, French, and American Indians for economic and political advantage in North America culminated in the French and Indian War, in which Britain defeated France and allied American Indians. Britain achieved a major expansion of its territorial holdings by defeating the French, but at a tremendous expense, setting the stage for imperial efforts to raise revenue and consolidate control over the colonies. The imperial struggles of the mid-18th century, as well as new British efforts to collect taxes without direct colonial representation or consent, and to assert imperial authority in the colonies, began to unite the colonists against perceived and real constraints on their economic activities and political rights, leading to the Revolutionary War. The American Revolution's democratic and republican ideals inspired new experiments with different forms of government. Enlightenment ideas and philosophy inspired many American political thinkers to emphasize individual talent over hereditary privilege, while religion and the Great Awakening strengthened Americans' views of themselves as a people blessed with liberty. That's part 1 for period 3. Period 3, part 2. After declaring independence, American political leaders created new constitutions and declarations of rights that articulated the role of the state and federal governments, while protecting individual liberties and limiting both centralized power and excessive popular influence. The Articles of Confederation unified the newly independent states, creating a central government with limited power. After the Revolution, difficulties over international trade, finances, interstate commerce, foreign relations, and internal unrest led to calls for a stronger central government. Delegates from the states participated in the Constitutional Convention, and through negotiation, collaboration, and compromise proposed a constitution that created a limited but dynamic central government, embodying federalism and providing for a separation of powers between its three branches. Federalists ensured the ratification of the Constitution by promising the addition of a Bill of Rights, as requested by the Anti-Federalists, that enumerated individual rights and explicitly restricted the powers of the federal government. The continued presence of European powers in North America challenged the United States to find ways to safeguard its borders, maintain neutral trading rights, and promote its economic interests. George Washington's farewell address encouraged national unity, as he cautioned against political factions and warned about the danger of permanent foreign alliances. That's period 3.